again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at Man-O-War Assault Squad 2 Cold War. There's a lot of new features here and a lot of familiarity when it comes to, I guess, the fields of battle by games of Digital Mindsoft. This is, of course, very similar to Call to Arms plus Man-O-War Assault Squad, hence the name Man-O-War Assault Squad 2. There's been quite a few improvements to the game engine from Call to Arms that they've used here in Man-O-War Assault Squad 2 Cold War, and also a lot of familiarity, as I mentioned, from Man-O-War Assault Squad 2 in terms of vehicles, voice acting, and so much more. We're going to take a look here at a few things before we get into a multiplayer battle, and I'll be doing some other battles throughout the week for the next few days, so if you want to see more of this game, if you're excited for Man-O-War Assault Squad 2 Cold War, if you're a big fan of the game, the series, or the channel, make sure you blow up that like button to let me know you want to see more. That's the way to vote to see it every day here on the channel, and of course, subscribe if you're new. There's new features here, including a single-player campaign that you can create yourself. I've just given it a little bit of a test, and it appears to be a series of single-player skirmishes kind of wired together in order to see who's the best out of so many matches with many different little components put to it. It's very interesting. You can create a campaign, pick your side, play as whoever you'd like, and then you have to choose which units to go into battle with, and so, you know, the bigger the better units will be better later game, but early game units can really rush. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I want to start with a skirmish here just under typical battle, and we'll do a skirmish just against myself, because currently there's no other players online. I'm really the only one, actually, yeah, I'm the only one pretty much, I think, here at all in the entire game, so no one to play with against, except for the computer against me, so we'll play as the USA today, the Soviets tomorrow, and then we'll try out that dynamic campaign as well, which you can play with or against friends, which is kind of cool. So let's start our skirmish then and see what we can do. Very familiar stuff here in terms of versus the AI and whatnot. I really prefer the Call to Arms menu here on the main screen, but you'll see very soon that it uses the Call to Arms camera, which is lovely. All right, let's take a look at combined arms, since that'll allow us to fight large-scale battles with ground and air vehicles. And I want to try to see as many units in the shortest amount of time, so let's see if we can bump up the points or something like that. Is there any options for increasing points? VAC secured, 8 players, 4x4 border. This is actually the Berlin Wall right here. So to call it border is like kind of I don't know. It needs a cooler name. It needs to be called, like, Breach or something like that. Actually, was that a Call of Duty map? I don't know. All right, well, whatever. Let's get into it then, and we'll do combined arms. There's another game mode called Annihilation where you need to fight over supplies that appear on the map and then eventually fight your way to the enemy's main base. But let's go ahead and create a new game. Ah, here we are. This is what I'm looking for. So let's see. Victory points to win. Hardcore mode. I don't know what that does. Oh, that's more like Rob's realism mode. Damage is highly increased. All right, let's go for that. Although I did try it with it off, and it seems like the only thing that's a little off-putting is grenades. RTS mode, what does that do exactly? Deactivate third and first-person mode? No, thank you. Let's see. Victory points to win seems fine. Units. Excellent. Oh, you can actually define them. So if you want to do infantry only, that type of thing. We could do test mode, which gives us a lot of points, but I want to see a full game go out here. So we're going to play as USA versus, let's see, my army is going to be on US. Oh, actually, this is promising. USA under Team A NATO. So that means they could add some other nations in the future. So we'll play against the Warsaw Pact. Without further ado, let's get started. Here we go. So the loading does take a little bit of time. Also, we're against 4 AI, normal AI players, I guess. Oh, I guess it is supposed to be a 4x4 or 4 versus 4, so that's fine. I can take on 4 AI. It's fine. Even if we lose, it really doesn't matter because we're just here to kind of show things off. This seems to be based in the early days of the Cold War between, like, well, I say early, but really up until, like, the 60s, it seems. I haven't seen any units that really go too far into the 70s, though, since this is kind of one of those games that bends history, or it's, you know, a what-if scenario, there always could be the chance that stuff that we would see in the 50s and the 70s kind of be melded into what would be the 60s here. What seems to be, like, the main priority for the game. There's no intro cutscenes. It doesn't seem like there's any custom missions or anything. It's just kind of a skirmish, which is good because this gives modders a lot to play with. A lot of people will sneer and say this is just a reskin, which in a lot of the ways it is, because, you know, obviously you're going to see only one type of Sherman, only one type of T-34. They can't make a new one, and they're probably going to reuse models from other games. But this is promising in terms of the ability to create mods and missions that a lot of players will be able to enjoy. So the Call to Arms system is a lot more solid. We can kind of see the camera mode, and it looks a lot more like Call to Arms, which is a free-to-play modern RTS that uses modern vehicles and modern equipment. But this, of course, is World War II, into Cold War. So, you know, you'll see a lot of equipment from World War II, but then also Cold War. We'll start with some assault infantry here, and we'll get these boys going. Looks like they're actually armed with, yeah, M1 Grand. So there you go.
Sir.
There's that World War II aspect for you. Let's see how the squad responds. Also, some of the models, this is an early version, so I did see some vehicles that have, for example, a 30 cal in them, a 30 caliber US-made machine gun, but it looks like a PKM, a Soviet-made machine gun, but that's all just aesthetics at this point, so I don't think that's anything to worry about. Stuff that's lower on to the to-do list of the developers. Let's also call out a Walker Bulldog and see what that does, and see how effective that could be. So there is first-person control in this game. You can easily command vehicles by just holding, I've done my hotkeys, but I can drive around this forest if I want to and aim the gun. And I think we might even be able to go into first person now. Ah, there you go. There's the M1919A4. Looking a little different there. That's a little different than I remember it. But anyway, yes, so we can control vehicles and even individual infantrymen too. And so there's a lot of options. If you haven't seen Men of War Assault Squad before or Call to Arms, I would highly recommend picking them both up. And in fact, Call to Arms is free. So it, at least for the multiplayer gameplay, and it's a pretty enjoyable game, I must say. For the price of free, and with no real shady microtransactions or seediness of the developers, it's quite enjoyable to play. Now, for Call to Arms, or rather for Men of War Assault Squad 2 Cold War, you will have to pay for this, and I can see that there's a few things here that are certainly fresh. The Walker Bulldog is definitely a fresh unit here that we haven't seen before from the developers, so that's good to see. Right now, currently in this game mode, by the way, it's more like capture the flag mode. Not necessarily capture the flag, but whoever has the most flags wins type of mode. And so we're going to try to whittle away at the Soviets' points. Actually, we're trying to get the 100, essentially. But there's 4 enemies versus me, so we'll see how we do. We'll just have to set up defenses then and wait for the enemy. Now, let's see if there's a way to build defenses. Looks like we have heal. There might be abilities to call out U.S. combat engineers. Let's try them and see if we can maybe build like a machine gun bunker or tank traps, lay mines, something like that. Whoa, we're already getting shot at by the Soviets. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy crap.
Already on that, sir.
They just mowed down 3 dudes. Get ready
for a fight.
Yeah, get ready for a fight, boy. This actually looks like a little bunker here, so we can take cover inside this. And we're also in hardcore mode, so our boys are going to get popped pretty easily. Wow, these are like regular U.S. troops versus regular Soviet troops. I thought they would fare a little bit better than the Soviets, to be honest. All right, well, we're going to go over to this section now.
Got it, sir.
All of these troops move in an upward stance, which is a very similar thing to Call to Arms, and also these trenches are very much Call to Arms too. I prefer these trenches, to be honest, and I'm glad that they are using the new engine. A lot of players prefer Men of War Assault Squad 2, but the Call to Arms engine, though it's a modern game, is more reliable and more superior. So hopefully this is a nice step between the two. Hopefully this gets people comfortable in doing that. We got about 11 minutes till we can use the A105D Thunder Chief. Ooh, we just missed a tank mowing down a bunch of enemy troops. Nice. Ooh, wow, we popped an entire enemy squad. A little bit of revenge for the U.S. troops there. Looks like we got a man down.
Yes, sir.
Some of our squads do have medics with them, or rather personnel who are trained. And in this game, just like in Call to Arms, troops will have to kind of perform like CPR or something like that. Damn, boys are down.
Yes, sir. Fire!
Nice gun sounds. Very good. Let's get that tank up here for support. Reinforcements have arrived. Excellent. Again, I'm not looking to really win the battle. I want to actually see like a prolonged, bloody battle going on, so that way we can see some intense fighting. The Soviets have already taken several positions here. Engineers, what can you guys do? I believe actually the engineering unit, if it works like it does in Call to Arms, there's certain positions on the map where engineers can actually build stuff. For balancing purposes, they can build like large machine gun bunkers and things like that. Oh wow, look at this, we're getting swarmed by Soviets. Get on the line, boys. The commies are coming. There we go, open up. Nice. Very good. Okay, well, we've got 1 flag. Yay. All right, we're doing great. Oh, actually, troops can... Oh, awesome. U.S. Paratrooper Airborne can be delivered via a helicopter. Let's see if we can sneak into the back and drop over here and attack that position. Let's see how the helicopters work in this game. This is a new unit. There goes the Chinook. Now, I say new unit. We've seen them before in Men of War Assault Squad Vietnam, but they just seem to work the best here. And this is really the first Men of War game where they're actually functioning. Look at that. The Chinook coming right in. That is hauling ass. Let's go ahead and land right here, drop those boys off. And we can actually use this helicopter to continue to ferry troops in. So if we call out some more infantry, we can actually have them armed up here. We got U.S. Airborne here, and I think we can put anybody in here, Rangers or whoever we want. It doesn't matter. We can just continue to fill up the chopper. So let's get back to the other position, and we'll pick up some more troops, and we'll keep funneling in the reinforcements. That's cool. Now, of course, a helicopter can be easily shot down, too. I believe there's anti-aircraft weapons that the enemy has access to, and most things are anti-aircraft anyway. Like 50 cals could fire at enemy helicopters, too. Ooh, big-ass explosion there. What the hell was that? Artillery? Enemy tank destroyed. Oh, they brought up a supply truck, and it got roasted. Nice job. All right, well, America, damn, is barely holding on here. We're going to try to go for the flanks. I'm also going to get a force up over here. And let's try... Oh, what is this? Oh, mechanized infantry for U.S. Rangers. Let's try them. Let's try a couple of squads of U.S. Rangers. I do like how there's no cooldown here.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we can sneak back into the Soviet stronghold. So this larger circle on the outside is the capture zone, and this smaller circle on the inside is being close to that FOB, or that bunker, and that's where our troops can be resupplied.
Yes,
so
sir.
You see that little yellow icon. They're getting ammunition by being in that position there. Oh, right. Airborne is coming in. Looks like they're pinning down enemy forces as the rest of the airborne are moving in. I want to get some Rangers over there, too. There they are. All right, let's load up the chopper.
Yes, sir.
And continue to get reinforcements. Let's see if we can do that. Can we land here? Descend. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Now, this might be balanced so that way only paratroopers can go into those helicopters, but it seems like we're allowed to drop those troops off. All right, U.S. is capturing some flags here. Now time for us to kick some butt. Wow, look at that. No paratroopers lost. They did their job. Good job, boys.
Got it, sir.
Let's get some boys in some cover here. Just watch out. There we go. Mostly want line of sight.
Get him in the head.
Spread out, boys. Wow, an entire commie squad roasted. Nice job, boys.
Yes, sir.
All right, spread out a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
All right, now we can even occupy these buildings and such too, but we'll see how intricate it is. Yep, just like Men of War, it's tough to get somebody just to stick in a window.
Yes, sir.
Let's keep going like this. This is really promising. This is really making me want to see some more Men of War Assault Squad mods, and I would love to see, like, for example, Call of Duty to be remade in this game as well. Like the actual campaign for the game. Well, those are some big explosions, boys. Sorry, everything's not perfectly balanced yet. It's kind of my first time playing, so if things are a little too loud, don't worry. So is Warfare. So I guess it's more realistic that way. Look, these M113s roll across the field. That looks great. A little dust kicking up as they're moving in. Beautiful. Looks like there's a little bunch of... Whoa, whoa. Ripped headphone users. That is a enemy chopper. Let's see if we can shoot that down. Is there any sort of anti-aircraft? Dear God, all I have is like an Iroquois or a heavy Iroquois to use against that. Is there no AT teams? I guess it is the 60s, but by now we should have like some sort of anti-aircraft weapon. Wow, that APC is actually still alive. The troops who bailed out died, but this thing can actually still roll. This 50 cal should be able to do damage to that chopper.
We're done. What's next? Got it, sir.
I gotta get out of there. Alright, looks like these boys were able to take this position back. Let's land a chopper here. I'm gonna keep landing troops behind the enemy to see what we can do. Let's go for aircraft warfare. Let's try helicopter on helicopter violence for a little bit. So the heavy Iroquois is a Huey armed with a bunch of missiles and an ATGM, it seems. A bunch of rockets and any sort of machine gun or anything. Grenade pod or anything. Okay, well this does have ATGM, so it can crush tanks.
Medic!
Well, looks like we're getting overrun here. Alright, let's land that chopper.
Another one down. Shot.
Well, we should have an AT trooper in here somewhere. There we go. I think it was a recoilless rifle. Nope, bazooka.
Yes, sir. Oh!
Let's get this man to go on a mission.
Nice shot.
Actually, we can capture this weapon from the Soviets now. They've completely abandoned that vehicle, but to make sure they don't use it again, let's destroy it. Damn right.
Great.
All right.
Nobody told us about it.
Troops are out. Let's go. Get the chopper out of here. Looks like we're being... Ooh. Ah, there it is. Enemy MIL Mi-4AV. Nice. Oh, and it looks like somehow a missile fired at our APC and flipped it over. That's crazy.
Hey, pal.
All right, we're going to capture this position next.
Sir.
All right, they're starting to wound some of our
Got it,
boys.
sir.
I don't know. Most of our men have medical training, but they're going to need reinforcements, so let's just keep funneling them in. Let's get some mechanized Rangers up here. And a tank, too. Let's get a Patton up here.
Yes, sir.
See how that works. And where's our other chopper? Let's go lend these boys some air support. Now, I don't know if ATGMs can actually support by firing at other aircraft. In other games, you can kind of cheese it a little bit, but... I'm going to get some mechanized Rangers up here. Wow, there's a lot of damage going on here. That's a lot of damage, isn't it?
That's a lot of damage.
Right. There's a lot. There's a lot, especially to some people's inner eardrums from all that RIP and GG. All right, well, we got a lot of mechanized vehicles moving in now. The Soviets are probably going to win this one. They're just simply able to overwhelm us with the AI. Whoa. There's an RPG right there, that soldier. So we can knock him down. Oh, they shot out the gunner. Nice job from them.
Yes, sir.
All right. Looks like we got
Got it,
another
sir.
group of reinforcements standing by. So it looks like every time we take a position, the enemy does a pretty good job of taking it back. This is good, though. I wanted a little bit of a challenge and not be a pushover. We'll probably lose this one because we are outnumbered 4 to 1. It's 3 more players than I can actually handle, it seems. But so far, so good. Let's keep up the battle. We got reinforcements funneling in. A tank is here.
Got it, sir.
Let's take these commies out. Let's try some tanks. There we go. That's one position taken. Now there's the Berlin Wall there, and there's the crossroads to the other side of the border. Whoa, ATGM firing there.
Enemy is under wraps.
Let's drop these guys off right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready for more. Got it, ready sir.
All right. Unfortunately, I don't have all my hotkeys to get these guys down and stuff, so I got to do another extra click.
Got it, sir.
Perfect. Well, we surrounded these guys. That didn't seem like an aircraft, whatever that was. Looks like our tank managed to move up to the center. Helicopters, of course, can easily destroy tanks. Let's get up another squad. Let's try to capture everything here. Just try to send in a mechanized ranger to every position. See how well we can do. We almost have unlimited points. Ah, it's the BMP-1 that's firing that. ATGM. Oh, they're firing like the 73mm heat round. Let's see if we can go find that tank. Nice, one down. Get that second one,
Yes,
Bobby.
sir.
Let's go. Get her up.
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Get out of here.
Stay there, boys.
Already on that, sir.
Bye. Got him. Typical Man of War AI, though. After the soldier fired his round, he then prioritized standing still and reloading rather than following orders to head to cover. So that's concerning.
Got it, sir.
That's right, I love these loud-ass explosions. The headphones that I have, the bass is just perfect. Well, I know for you it'll probably be a little loud, but at this point I'm enjoying myself now. Pretty good.
Yes, sir. Move out. Keep moving.
Enemy vehicles there. T-34s? No, T-34 and a PT-76.
Ready for battle.
Well, we'll have access to the M103 in a moment, but let's bring up some tanks. And 11 seconds to a Thunderbolt. Let's see how that works out. I'm actually going to call in the air support run on that enemy position. There's multiple tanks, so let's roast them. Meanwhile, we're starting to take positions. There we go. See how many positions we can take. All right, aircraft support on the way. I don't know if this will be a bombing run or what. Let's try to... Oh! Thunder Chief, yes, a strike right there, please.
Let him have it!
I want to see what happens. Calling that error run. Let's... Oh, here it comes. Ooh, and it's coming in quick. Damn, that is fast. Very good. Oh, damn. Very good. What's the cooldown? 4 minutes? What the hell? I guess that would be pretty abusive if you could just drop a bomb that quickly. But that's a great way to clear out a tank or something that's really causing problems. Very nice. And if we could get some Fs and rips down below in the comments section for all the headphone users today. Appreciate that. I don't care. We'll have to turn it down next time, though. This time. Warfare. Tasty and delicious. Alright, looks like they hit our track. Let's go ahead and reply with a little hello. Cut through our own friendly tank, lol. PT-76, very lightly armored. It's almost like an APC. 105mm shell here. And indeed we did. Right through. Alright, we're recapturing another position. Hey, we got 4 out of 3 now. Not bad. Enemy was at 86% capture rate. 86 out of 100 points. Now we're going for this position now. Oh, I might be able to hold the whole map. Who knows? I'm just going to continue to try to capture stuff. It seems like there's almost no points here. I can't really tell. Oh, I guess here's our points here. 7,000. Each time we call out a unit, it's like 6. Okay, so there's quite a bit of points here, but to be fair, it's because it's balancing for the 3 other players that aren't here. So these points would be distributed between multiple players at this point. Can we shoot that helicopter, please? Maybe get that 50 cal to put a few rounds through the pilot's face. Oh, that should take that down. 50 cal through that? Hell yeah. Come on now. Where did our helicopter go? I think we lost it a while ago. I didn't even notice it. We must have lost it at some point. Alright, let's send reinforcements to every nook and cranny of the battlefield here.
Got it, sir.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, there we go. Here's that M103, big boy. That is a... man, that turret is as large as the tank. That's insanity. Alright, nice recoilless rifles and RPGs and shots and everything going off. Very nice. Enemy still has this position now because they're chopper. Unfortunately, it seems a chopper is very hard to destroy. I don't know what would be the best way to take those out. I'm going to keep sending reinforcements, though. The commies are going to keep sending waves to each little section, testing for weaknesses and whatnot, so we may as well just keep dropping off the troops.
Got it, sir.
There we go. Nice brick wall destruction, though. Concrete and brick walls being crumbled by huge pieces of armor. That's our best position over there. Nice positions to defend. There's some that look like real military installations, and then others that are kind of
got it, sir.
Just like villages. But every one of them has this little FOB, this little forward operating base or HQ or whatever. There is a little bit of supply in there, so it is worth capturing and holding on to. I'm going to try to... I really want to destroy this enemy helicopter. Let's try another shot with missiles and stuff. See what happens. Helicopter should provide a lot of line of sight too. Let's go in for a gun run then. You can see his... Ooh, you can see his shadow. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Ooh, I can barely see him. Are we lower than he is? How do I get up there? Hello? Is he going to go up there? I don't... I can either descend or go up. I can't... Doesn't look like I can actually attack him. I don't know why. There'll have to be some sort of way to take out helicopters in the future, especially from the ground. rocket truck. Hi. Here, have some rockets back. Oh my god. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. Alright, where's it? Okay, so we gotta figure out how to get rid of that chopper. I have no idea how. I think our own chopper just got shot down. It did. How? How did you shoot me down? I want to know. Tell me your secrets. Also, if you heard, you might hear like propeller planes from time to time. That's still the Men of War, I guess, default. So that's some things that have to change for when an aircraft goes down. Let's try some more planes. I think we're going to win at this point. Could I drop some... Let's try a successful hit now on that T-34. Let's try to call out an airstrike. Broken arrow. Enemy T-34-85 is smoking, so the engine's down. Look at that plane. Damn. I think we got him. We got him, boys. All right. Cool. Well, we hold all the positions now. I think we can speed up time and pretty much come to a victory at this point. I don't know if the enemy's going to come back from this, because I'll just keep pumping out tanks. I have more points than them now, so I'm kind of done with my experimentation phase, and now we're just basically in battle phase. I can continue to pump in so many troops that it shouldn't matter too much. Like, we still have troops inside this APC, and we can get them to defend the tanks. Some of my hotkeys to tell soldiers to stop and return fire are not there, so I can't react as quickly. Usually I have that assigned to spacebar, which allows the soldiers to take a knee and then, you know, makes them stop, and so they're a little harder to hit and can return fire. Let's get up there with some of the tanks, and I'll chill on these options now. Alright, fine, fair enough. There we go. Also, there's no music in the game, it seems. No in-game music, even though it's on. So there might be later, I don't know. Alright, I've learned my lesson, I'm sorry. I apologize. Alright, paratroopers, let's try another helicopter insertion. Let's try to go... Uh-oh. I hear a tank over here. Well, if we land here, he should pass by. He isn't moving. We got plenty of troops in defense, though. We've got almost all the flags, except for the final two in the back. So let's try another chopper. I love the fact that if you buy a Chinook, you can continue to funnel in reinforcements very quickly across the field. If you're playing with multiple players, that'll be awesome where, you know, one person could buy a chopper and then might be able to transfer control. Oh yeah, let's sneak up on this guy. This is going to be hilarious. He's not even going to know we're here. There's that A3 trooper.
Yes, sir.
Go, go, go. Don't let him see you. Double time it. Jerry Long is coming in for the long play.
Already on
Long arm of the Jerry. All right, ready? Pop him. Oh, get wrecked. Oh, he's mad. Oh, he's mad. Run, Jerry. Run.
Yes, sir.
Jesus, go, Jerry, go.
Already on that, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Medal of Honor recipient, Jerry Long, taking some shots to the behind after hitting an enemy tank.
Got it, sir.
Chopper's actually damaged. That's surprising. Jerry didn't destroy that enemy tank, but he delayed it long enough for this tank to arrive. The M106 Patton saving some of his comrades there. Nice job, Jerry. Beautiful work. 3, 2, 1, fire! Woo! Oh, there we go. All right, I've calmed down a bit now, I see. Where did that chopper go? Are all the men dead? Did Jerry die? Oh, they're over here. Yeah. Good job, boys. Now, one funny thing I'd like to try in this mode is, well, I like how it actually displays how quickly a helicopter is moving. It says 30 kilometers. That's very nice. So as it takes damage, it must move a lot slower. So that makes it a harder target to hit. But the question is, I don't know how to shoot down an enemy chopper yet. And I don't see anything specifically for anti-aircraft, so I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to work. But we'll find out soon enough. All right, let's capture that last flag and we'll call it a day, boys. I thought America was going to fail. Oh, RPGs and bazookas must do it. Oh, I see an RPG being way more better to hit a helicopter. I see it down there now. Yep, okay. So if you want to shoot down a chopper, that's what you want, is the USAT team. Though I feel like an RPG is way better at hitting aircraft than a bazooka. An RPG just, I think, has longer range. A bazooka is a harder hit. Maybe they're the same. Who knows? I don't. You do. Alright, can we call in any more strikes? Those are very expensive. Those are 1,175 MP to call in a bomber run. Essentially, that's the price of almost calling out an M103, about 400 points less. But hey, if you're in a pickle and you need to clear an area, accept no substitute. Well, it looks like the commies are crawling around the area, one area in the back, so let's just try to reinforce what we've got so far. And, yeah, we got our M103 right here, squatting. And our Patton has been turreted and tracked from repeated hits from the enemy. These models look great. I love the maps. I love the whole early Cold War aspect, because usually you just kind of hear about, like, Ronald Reagan in the 80s, and everyone talks about that time. But around these times, it could be JFK or whatnot. But with not having a realistic campaign, I want to see somebody, a mod maker, make a real campaign. You know, like 6 missions of, you know, the Soviets trying to conquer all of Germany, you know, crossing deeper into Germany after going all the way through to Berlin and taking East Germany, of course, and East Berlin. But it'd be really cool to see multiple missions and whatever other players come up with. The community here is you gotta pay that paywall. You know, you gotta pay the money to get into this game. But after that, it's all gold because of what the community can come up with. Men of War Assault Squad's community and Call to Arms are some of the most talented and patient people to work with the map editor and to do all the scripting. There's many legends that come to mind, including Sir Henkel, and of course we've got Gangster, who's recently making a lot more stuff, and then of course the OG of them all, Wigga. I should say Sir Henkel's probably the biggest OG, but Wigga making some of the most intricate campaigns I've ever seen, and it's just amazing. Look at all these troops run up here just to get popped.
Here.
That line of sight is a little weird there. Oh, I see. They were kind of blocked by the hill coming down. All right, well, we've got all but one flag. Do we get a rocket system? Oh, we have the M109. Okay, the Soviets had that cool MLRS, but we only get... oh, I think we're maxed out on troop capacity. What's our CP at 372? Should be able to... Is it price? Why can't I afford that? CP is 35. We have 372 out of 400. Oh, that's it. It's 372 out of 400. Okay. So it makes sure that you don't spam too much of one unit, like not all infantry and not all tanks and not all this and that. Wow, we've had a hell of a battle. I wish we could see some more tanks, but I think there is a way to make it a tank-only battle, too. In Call to Arms, there is a tank-only mode, and I think it's called, like, I think it's actually just called Armored Warfare, and that's just kind of cool that it actually has that. All right, let's go for more assault infantry here. Man, they're trying to hit our tanks. Let's reinforce some of our positions and hold. I think we're sending the commies home, boys. I can't believe it. Oh, never mind. Well, there went the Patton, finally cracking that one. So that's good. That gives me more access to infantry now. This is what we need more. Oh, they're trying to take out Papa Patton. Tank crew is stunned, but we'll see about that. Are those guys, like, literally... Are those... Wow, they're just crawling all around. They're just rocketing everything. That's a crazy amount of infantry there. Alright, they've started to retake that position. Alright, let's get to this. Alright, I've turned the volume down now. Alright, it's all good. Okay, it was unbearable before, but I'm happy to see this game. Now, what I'm hoping is that this is a test for Digital Mindsoft and for other companies to try to see, hey, are people still interested in this game? If we use our Call to Arms engine on something, quote-unquote, World War II/Cold War, will people like it? Is this a test for, you know, Men of War Assault Squad 3, which I would love to see Sir Henkel work on some extremely detailed missions, not like the Men of War Assault Squad where it's all the same of, hey, capture these flags in succession all the way to the end of the map. I want some real serious, like, campaign going on here. And we're not talking about, like, the level of World in Conflict with voice acting and characters that you really get involved with. But, of course, something World War II related, we already know the background and the story, so there doesn't have to be too much filler there. But hopefully it leads to more. I know there's going to be a lot of, you know, people with disdain saying that they won't play this one or that it's a reskin, and I totally understand that. There's a lot of things that are reused between, but it's also the same with mods, too. Mod makers import a lot of stuff from Call to Arms over to Men of War Assault Squad 2, and this is a nice balance between the two. We've got some new stuff. Actually, to be fair, all these sandbags here are like those new modern green ones. We should be seeing, you know, different ones there. Those weren't used until more recently. But, hey, there's a lot of stuff here that definitely shows potential for even more games. And anything Men of War Assault Squad or Call to Arms, I want to see more of. I mean, I base most of my channel off of it, and it's how I got started. So I'm really happy to see more and more people playing real-time strategy games. Now, keep in mind, these types of games, too, having the word Men of War and Assault squad in there and all that stuff in Cold War. That'll be suppressed by the YouTube algorithm as well. So this type of content will be dead and dying very soon, as they want nothing but, you know, Barney fun time sunshine zone. So just keep that in mind, that we got to fight to see more of these games as well. Of course, things like Call of Duty are here forever, but real-time strategy games are a little bit more difficult to come by, I would say. They take a long time to develop and balance perfectly. And, you know, instead of balancing just off of guns like you would be in a Call of Duty game, you're balancing off of entire, well, real-time strategy games. Like an entire base building aspect, or in this case, vehicles, infantry, helicopters. There's a lot to it.
Got it, sir.
All right, looks like the boys have retaken the Berlin Wall. Let's go over there and ask, I don't know if it's the 50s anymore. It's not 53 anymore, so let's just make sure Stalin's dead. We're going to just walk over to Moscow and ask him to knock that off. So let's go ahead and, before we win, call in a bomber strike on the position. Enemy's probably likely staying there. And then we'll call in a one last little strike with the helicopter, or the aircraft, and let's go in with the APCs. Oh, nice. We got a couple of kills there. All right, our boys are coming in. They didn't use the, I guess I used the move mode, not the shoot and scoot mode.
Yes, sir.
Attack move, essentially. Oh, there's all these trenches around, too. Are these ditches or trenches? Drainage ditch? Oh, actually, it does look like a drainage ditch. There are pipes there. But I suppose there's also steps, too, so maybe it doubles as both. All right, the commies are sending tanks and stuff, but it is too late. We're going to pop down right here.
We did it!
Enemy, is that a T-34 that's disabled? What the hell? That's the one we bombed earlier. I dropped a bomb literally on top of it, and it didn't even do anything for 1,100 points. Damn it. All right, well, let's capture this place and be done with it. There we go. All right, we're pulling up like we're setting up a Walmart. It's over, communism. It's too late. America built a Walmart in the heart of Moscow. It's all over. It's all over, boys.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
I want to do some more in-depth looks at this game. I really like the aspect of the Cold War and stuff like that. But that is it for our first look of Call to Arms / Men of War Assault Squad 2, known as Men of War Assault Squad Cold War. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your opinions and what you think, what you don't like, what you do like, and if you'll be picking this one up. Remember, multiplayer will be available, and we'll take a look at that dynamic campaign soon. So there's a little bit more than just skirmish here. So we'll see you all next time. Damn, I did fine against 3 AI, I guess. All right. I didn't think it was possible, but we did it. We did it, boys. All right. I'll see you soon. Everybody take care. Have a great day. Thanks for leaving your comments, your likes, and your support, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.